Day of the Blizzard, Author's Note. The Great Blizzard of 1888 is still remembered as one of the worst weather disasters in the history of New York City. The storm began with rain and sleet on Sunday, March 11th. By midnight, the rain had turned to snow, and the snow, driven by occasional wind gusts of up to 75 miles per hour, continued to cover an unprepared city until early Tuesday morning. While it lasted, 20 inches of snow fell on the city, and much of it was swept into snowdrifts, 6 feet or more, by the relentless winds. Temperatures plunged as low as 1 degree at times. New Yorkers, who had enjoyed spring-like weather for several weeks, did not realize the dangers of the storm at first. Many tried to get to work as usual on Monday morning. Few made it. The few students who showed up in the city's schools were dismissed early and were told to go home in groups holding hands all the way. By midday, all traffic had come to a halt. Horse-drawn omnibuses, trolley cars, and cabs bogged down in the deep snow. Frozen switches and blocked railroad tracks prevented trains from entering the city. Ferry boats to and from Brooklyn, Queens, New Jersey, and Staten Island could not operate in the storm, and the fierce winds brought down the telegraph lines, telephone cables, and electric wires on which contact with the outside world depended. The new and supposedly blizzard-proof elevated railroads bogged down even earlier than the surface traffic. Many New Yorkers suffered frostbite or worse that day. Some collapsed, and many froze to death in deep snowdrifts. So did many horses. The Great Blizzard made New Yorkers realize how exposed the city was to weather conditions. Soon afterward, utility cables and wires were moved underground, and work was started on the first subway tunnels. For many years, people continued to talk about the hardships they had suffered during the Great Blizzard. As the years passed, survivors came together on March 12th to commemorate their adventures. Today, many older people remember stories told by their parents about the events of the day. A few can even remember the blizzard for themselves. A girl like Katie might well have started out on her errand early that Monday morning, only to run into problems along the way. Without radio, television, telephones, weather satellites, or helicopter weathermen to warn her, she would never have guessed that this wasn't just another late-season snow.